श्रीमान् वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदाकृतिं श्रीमते श्रीमन्चढ़ोपश्री वेदान्तदेशिकेन्द्र महादेशिकाय नमः। श्रीमते श्री लक्ष्मी नृसिंहदिव्य पादुका सेवक श्रीमन्चढ़ोपश्री नारायणीन्द्र महादेशिकाय नमः। श्रीमते श्रीमन्चढ़ोपश्री रंगनाथीन्द्र महादेशिकाय नमः। श्रीमते वाच्यश्री कृष्णमार्य महादेशिकाय नमः। श्रीमते अनंतपद्मनाभार्य महादेशिकाय नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री विष्णुचित्तकुलनंदन कल्पवल्लीं श्रीरंगराज हरिचंदन योगदृश्यां साक्षात् क्षमां करुणयां कमलामिवान्यां गोधामनन्य शरणः शरणं प्रपद्ये। We say in Ramavatara, Rama was enacting his life as the embodiment of Dharma. He lived the path of Dharma with the name Ramo Vigrahan Dharma. And then Krishna followed by to give the Upadesam of what Dharma is. So people always first enact things, live the life, and then they give the Upadesam. So like similarly here the children beautifully showed what the Krishna Bhakti is and the marriage of Goda to Krishna in their own sweet ways. And we thought we'd take a few minutes to reflect on Goda Kalyanam. And today is the very auspicious Bhogi day. And on most parts of India, on Bhogi day, we have Goda Ranganatha Kalyanam and Goda Krishna Kalyanam being very fervently celebrated all across. So, as much as we are in the bliss of enjoying Rama and Ramanubhavam and with Rama's Padhuka Prabhavam, we'll also take some time to also enjoy bliss of Goda and Rama. Now for Rama, we have Sita Kalyanam, very widely celebrated by everyone. So when Pirati took the forms in the world, she took the form of Sita. Sita Kalyanam with Rama is being celebrated by all of us, recollecting on their divine marriage. Sri Devi took the form of Rukmani Devi, and we have Rukmani and Krishna Kalyanam, Radha Kalyanam being celebrated. But in the cases of Sita Kalyanam or Rukmani Kalyanam, these actually happened. It took place in their Vibhava avatarams, which is being enacted and it is also being documented in the Puranas on how the Sita Kalyanam took place. We have various slokas in Ramayana depicting that. We have slokas in Srimad Bhagavatam and Vishnu Puranam depicting and enacting on Rukmani Kalyanam. But when Bhuma Devi took the form of Goda Devi as Andal, she appeared on earth, and he says, we celebrate Goda Kalyanam today, and Goda Devi was born in this Kali Yuga. We say, and the Kalyanam is with Ranganatha, who is in his Archa form. So how does this take place? And where is this question of having someone taking a human form and a human birth in the Kali Yuga several thousand years back before us, having their Kalyana utsavam with the Lord. So here, Goda Kalyanam or Andal Kalyanam is taking place with on the whole enactment of the whole Kalyanam happens in Andal's dream. When we look at the documented history of Andal's life, when you say Andal as from Periyarvar's daughter and she grew up in Krishna Bhakti, and then finally when she says that I will not marry no one but Ranganatha, our elders have said when she was brought as a bride, she was brought into the temple of Srirangam to Ranganatha, she goes there, touches the Lord and she merges directly with the Lord. So the whole Kalyanam incident is only that touch of Andal with Perumal and then she submerges, gets into him. So the whole Kalyana Utsavam of how Andal visualizes, how the Andal beautifully, it's both from Tirupavai and Andal's composition of Nachiyar Tirumozhi, talks about, we can even say it's like a wonderful case study of how to fall in love with someone, how to propose, how to get married, and how to live their life. But in a much higher scale, Andal doesn't talk about how not just our material love between us, but it's the love for Krishna, the Krishna Bhakti, the Krishna Kamam, which is of the highest values. So in Andal's case, Andal gets this dream where she lives through the entire marriage process, and it is not very very common to occur that unless it's from the grace of the Lord. Connecting back with Rama and Sita in their life, in fact, in Sundarakandam, in one sloka, Sita actually laments there with in Ashokavana, saying that this Rama is not even coming in my dreams to take me. He is not there physically with me, but is not even coming in my dreams, to take her and console me. Why is this be such a cruel? And then she gives an answer herself, okay, yes, Rama will come in my dream only if I fall asleep. But now I am not even able to fall asleep, so Rama is not there, come in my dream. So in Sundarakanda Swagam says, Swapnepi yatyaham veeram raghavam salakshmanam pashyeyam viti jiveyam swapnopi mama matsari. So in this case of Sita's longing for a dream of Rama and Andal's dream of the whole marriage, and Andal documents this entire happenings of her marriage so vividly, so beautifully in one of the works in Nachiyar Tirumozhi called Vaaranamayiram. In fact, in most of the South Indian weddings today, we could see that Vaaranamayiram is very much a part of it, and we will be able to connect it back with our own customs and of how the marriage happens. We have not much of time here, and so we talk about next 10-15 minutes to just have I will say maybe a sampler of what Andal visualizes in Vaaranamayiram, and look for another opportunity for a more detailed discussion on this. So it starts with how the kids concluded their drama. Vaaranamayiram suravalam seidu Narana nambina dakindrar endreder Purana porkudam vaitu puramengam Thoranam nataka nakanden tholinan. Andal's first sight is like Krishna majestically coming in 1,000 elephants, it seems. Krishna is coming in the dais of the Kalyanam Mandapam in 1,000 elephants. He said, okay, why? From where did Krishna get 1,000 elephants? He said, no, Nandagopala, he was not only having cows, he was having a lot of elephants also, and Krishna was sent with 1,000 elephants. But why 1,000 elephants there? It's just to connect back on when Krishna, for all those who fall in love with him, all those who surrender ourselves to Krishna, when we reach, it's an enactment of to say what Perumal does when we are trained, when we perform Sharanagati. Here it's there is this vakyam of what happens in Sri Vaikunta after we reach. It seems he says the Lord, he actually receives us and he comes and makes us sit right next to him on his throne, and then he inquires that if we are all okay and what's happening. And so Perumal gives all the Sharanagatas what is called as Samyapati Moksha. So here Krishna, all his dear Gopas who friends of Krishna, who have surrendered onto him, and he wants to give them all the equal status. So it's like not just Krishna coming in an elephant there to the person, all his 1,000 friends come in 1,000 elephants and enter the Kalyana Mandapam's place. When Krishna, even in fact, in Bhagavad Gita further he goes on, in the 4th Adhyaya, he says that, I not only given everything that we ask, but I grant moksham to everyone who asks. But who is coming to me asking for moksham? We go to Krishna asking for, that, I want a raise in my job, or I want to study well, or I want to buy this house, or I want to buy this car. When we talk to him about so much benefits, and he says, yes, there are people who dare to take care of it. but when you come to me, I will give you moksha. But it is not, it says, it is not a very simple process that you come and ask for moksha and we get it. When the more we go closer with him, the more he ensures that we are there, he molds us, he trains us, and he makes us to be there in the form to even receive that moksha. So it's the path of the journey of the Sharanagati as a very quick step. It's very simplest process of performing Sharanagati. But then Krishna ensures that after we perform Sharanagati, he molds us, he fits us into his groove, and then he makes us capable of receiving the moksha which he will be giving to us at the end of this lives. So with that Vaaranamayiram Sura, there is this place entering of Krishna. Then Andal continues to say, Nalai vaduvai manamen nalet palai ka muhu parisodai pandal kil kolari madhavan govindhan enbhanor kalai pugudha karna kanden torinan. So here Andal says, okay, elders have fixed the marriage. Krishna, the bride, the groom has come. And the marriage is Nalai, the next day. Okay, so the next day is the marriage. Because if they say, yes, the groom has come and the marriage is performed immediately, Andal says, I will be filled with overjoy. So you will not be able to, bear that joy of having the marriage immediate. At the same time, if they say marriage is in 10 days' time, that 10 days is too long a gap for her to be separated from Krishna. So marriage is just the next day. So when we anticipate, we just look, okay, it's not, we don't know, it is not somewhere in the distant future. It could be just our Samayapati with Perumal is just happening the next day. And we look forward to it and we prepare ourselves, we mold our day, in preparing for the Kalyanam for the next day. So, and he says Krishna enters there as Kalai Pugudha, like, a bride bull walking in there, and that's the majesty of Krishna entering into the Kalyana Mandapam. And who's all come to the Kalyanam? Indira nullita devar kuramellam vandirundennai magatpesi mandirithu Mandira kodi uduthi manamalai antari sutaka nakanden torinan. In Rama Avataram for Rama was making extremely conscious efforts to ensure that he is there in his human form, not exhibiting any of his godly qualities. He was completely from until the end, even when Devas came to him and saying, no, I'm still a human. So, but in Krishna, right from his birth of the Avataram, he was exhibiting that he is the Parabrahman. Every Leela of Krishna Leela that we see. So here when Krishna's marriage is going to happen, so who comes? It's all the Devas who have assembled there. And then Goda Devi receives the new sari and she's being tied, and then all the Devas are showering her with a new garland. And she quotes to say, okay, typically for the bride, when it's just before the Muhurtam, she is given the new sari and she has to go and get the sari tied. Who ties the sari for the girl? Nathanar is the sister of the groom who goes along with the bride to help her tie the sari, and then she wears the garland. So here also Goda says, my sister-in-law has come there with me. Who's none other than the Vishnu Durga, the Maya Devi, when during Krishna Avatara. So Vishnu Durga comes there to help Goda Devi tie her sari, and then she is brought back, it seems. Naldi Saititam ko nardu nani nalgi Parpana sittargal pallare eduteti Poopunai kanni poonidanodenthannai Kaapu naan kattaka nakanden thorinan. And Rama's Pattabhishekam took place in the Rama Avatara. Ramayana Sloka says that the Vanaras went to all the four corners of the world, went to every Punya Kshetra and took holy water from all the seas in the world and all the rivers in the world and coronated Rama in his Pattabhishekam. It's documented in the Ramayana. And we will also be witnessing the same event on 22nd for the Ayodhya Kumbhabhishekam also, when the waters has been collected from all the holy rivers in this country and the Kumbhabhishekam is to be performed. So Andal also here says, Naldi Sai Tirtham Konadhi. People have gone and holy water has come from all the holy rivers in all the four directions, all the seas in all the four directions here. And for what? Our heroes' bath. Krishna's bath. So when Krishna takes shower that day, that is supposed to be one of a very rare happening apparently. So Andal even addresses him as Punithan. He is a holy person. Why? Because he just took shower. Now our Periyalvar, he doesn't take shower every day. Periyalvar cries and asks him to come and have a shower with this Neeratam Pasarams. So Andal follows the same thing. So he says, okay, he has come and had a fresh shower. So for me, he is Punithan, because he is there. Now, in Tirumala temple also, Perumal takes shower only once a week. Then every day what he does, he just changes his garland. That's the Tomala Seva. The Tomala Seva is when his garland changing. But shower once a week. On Geneva, our Narasimha takes shower 3 times a month. So, but here Krishna, we don't know when he took his last shower, but here they got all the holy waters and they have this special ceremonial bath for the groom, and they tie the kaap for Krishna and Andal for the wedding in this. Kadrali dibam kalasa mudanendi Sadirila mangayar tamande dirkolla Madrayar manna nadini lai totengum Adra pugudha kana kanden torinan. All the Sakhis of Krishna and friends of Goda, beautiful girls, they carry golden kalashams and lamps and they receive Krishna when he comes back after his bath. So Krishna here, Andal indicates specifically then, when the groom is entering and he is there, he stops by and he inquires the well-being of all Periyalvar's relatives, it seems. He said, he was inquiring the Kushala Prashrams of everyone to see if everyone is doing well and how are they and what is happening. And why is it indicated? Because it's like not very common. When someone is there in the groom on that day, that he's the king of that place, and for him he need not go and be there and talking to everyone. We don't have that practically there. But here Krishna and who is the Loka Ishwaran, the universe is under him, but he takes that time and he takes that care and love for every single person and inquires about him. And Krishna is wearing this beautiful sandals given by Periyalvar. And Andal indicates this, that when he comes there, the floor was trembling, it seems. So Krishna is coming, but the ground was shaking. Because Krishna is like walking a little bit of stress. Okay, why is Krishna coming in a bit of a stress? So that as much that the bhumi is shaking a bit. Now here what is Krishna going to do? The Lord Perumal is going to come there. He is going to receive Goda Devi in Kanyadanam. Perumal is never used to receiving Dhan. He knows only how to give. So he is in a panic mode. Okay, what should I do? What should I do to receive? Even in Srimad Bhagavatam, when they were explaining the Vamana Avatara Katta, when Vamana goes to Mahabali Chakravarti to receive Dhanam, there when he was entering the Yagashala, the floor trembled, it seems, and everyone was shaken back and to see who was coming, that the whole bhumi was shaking. Because there also, it is the first time for Perumal to go and receive a yasagam. He has only been a giver. So he doesn't know the protocols, code of conduct of how to be receiving the dhanam from Mahabali Chakravarti, and with that panic mode, the bhumi was trembling. Similarly here, the Lord should come and receive the Kanya Dhanam. When the Kanya Dhanam is the Dhanam the groom receives, and it's one of the highest dhanams one can perform. This is Kanya Dhanam, and give away the Kanya to the groom. So when he should be in the receiving mode, he doesn't know how to be in the receiving mode. So in that stress, Goda says, the floor was trembling when Krishna was there coming to receive the Kanya Dhanam. The Kanya Dhanam happens. Matalam kottavari sangam nindruda muttudai tamam neerai taழ்ந்த பந்தல் கீழ் மைத்துனன் நம்பி மதுசூதன் வந்தென்னை கைதலம் பற்ற கணா கண்டேன் தோழினான். So with all the beautiful the sound of Nadaswaram and Taval and all the Devaganams being chanted there, Andal has been given hand to hand to Krishna, and the Pandigraganam takes place. In the Vedic marriage, when the Panigraganam, that's where the Kanyadanam, when Panigraganam takes place in the hand of the girl is given to the groom, that itself is considered as the culmination of the marriage. Now all our practices of it, we have the Trimangali Dharan, everything happen, is all customary as from the Sadachara. But from the the traditional Vedic marriage is over in Panigraganam stage. So when our Sita and Rama's Kalyanam in Ramayana, when they describe it, so Janaka Maharishi says, Iyam Sita Mamasuda Sagadharma Charitava Pradicha Chaina Badram Te Panim Rinhita Paninam Pativrata Mahabaha Chaye Vanu Kata Sudha. So he says, take Sita's hand in your hand. And that is all they describe about the actual marriage of Sita and Rama there. Panigraganam is over, marriage is over. So here in Matalam Kotta, the Panigraganam of Goda Devi takes place. Vainallar nalla marayodi mandiratal Pasilai nanal paduthu paridhi vaithu Kaisina mahalir annanin kaipatti Thivalam seyya kana kanden thozhinan. So after Panigraganam or our Mangalya Dharam, now the next step is Saptapati. So groom and bride go around the Agni 7 times and they do the Saptapati. So here Saptapati, Krishna says, it's like a majestic elephant holding his hands and they do the Agni Valam. It's taking a few seconds out on the side note. This is actually a very deep concept again in our Vedic marriages. It's the depth of the bondage of the husband and wife, or any two persons, in the walk. How should be their quality to each other be is all been very much described in the Saptapadi mantras. It says, Ekamishe Vishnustvan Vedu, Dve Urje Vishnustvan Vedu. The mantra goes on, the Vedic mantra, culminating with to say, Sakhaya Saptapada Bhuma, Sakyam Te Gameyam, Sakya Te Ma Yosham, Sakyan Me Ma Yoshta. So when someone walks hand in hand with another person for 7 steps together, there they say their bondage as friends sealed for life. So the importance is on when the friendship, in that friendship here is with prayers for their mutual good health, mutual good deeds, strength, happiness, wealth, well-being. We say, one would give their life for another friend. And when that happens with just 2 persons as friends, when they take 7 steps, what is the depth of the relationship between the husband and wife who are there in the journey in this current birth, and what would be the relationship between Paramatma and us with whom the journey has been there since time immemorial. So that Saptapati happens in this pasaram. Finishing with Imaikam Yezhel Piravikkum Patravan Nammayudayavan Narayanan Nambi. That says, the relationship is not for now. It's It's not the Saptapadi which is a relationship, but Immaikam Ejel Paravikam Patravan. Even in Tripava says, Itrakam Ejel Paravikam. Today's Nal Pasram in Tripava. So Andal says that Itrakam Ejel Paravikam Mundanor Utrumayava Monake Namachevo. So here also it says Immaikam. So that relationship between me and the Lord is been there for for all my births to come, and what the births which I have had in the past is that bondage. And then it's here that after the Saptapadi stage, the groom takes the feet of the bride, keeps it nammi, and offers the what we call the metti, touring. So here, when Andal's feet is being taken up by the Lord and placed on it, and when he offers it, Andal says, that hand which touched him, it's so beautiful. It's like the form is already red of Krishna's hand, and it's like even like blushing with redness. It seems it's like not only the cheeks that blushes. Here it says hands that took her feet was blushing. That is the exhibition of to say that when we surrender on with the Lord, when we go reach, we offer everything on to Him and say that you are my refuge. There is no other go. The God takes takes any measure to ensure and to take care of us, even right from lifting the feet and putting up there. So that is to that level, Lord comes down to ensure. And to our welfare and in this current birth that we are in, and for the salvation to come in there. And once the Saptapadi was over, then they have formed the larger Om to Perumal, to the Agni. Varsilai Valmoha Tennai Mardam Mandit Erimuham Parit Yennai Munne Nirthi Arimuhan Achudan Kaimelan Kaivait Porimuham Tataka Nakanden Torina. The larger Omam, in all these pastimes, we've been saying Andal refers to Narayan, Andal refers to Madhusudan. We've been saying about Andal and Krishna in a very understandable context. But here Andal defines, who is my Bharta, who is there, who is holding my hand, and with whom the bride and the groom together offers the rice, puffed rice in Agni, in the larger Omam. And this larger Omam is done for the long life of the husband. So here is when we have the explicit reference to who is actually holding Andal's hands. So Andal's hands, Andal says, Arimuhan Achudan Kaimelen Kaivait. Arimuhan, the one who is there with a lioned face, that beautiful Achudan was none other than Narasimha. So Andal says, here it is Narasimha who is here and holding my hands and offering the larger Omam to Agni. Kunguma mapi kolir sandam matit mangala vidhi valam seide mananir Angavanodum udan sendranganai mel manjana mataka nakanden torinan Ayanukahatan kandaka navinai Veyar pugal velli puttur kon kodai sol Tuya tamil malai iraindum vallavar Vayunan makkalai petru magilvare. So when after the wedding procedures are over, because when saying they were next to the fire for Agni for a long time, so I said the faces are all blushing with red, with the heat, and then they finally go on the procession. And I think it's more of a custom in I don't know, not much in South India, but North India, where after marriage, the husband, the groom and the girl is sent off on a procession, with so a lot of fanfare happening. So here also Andal says that here with the Lord, I am being sent off on a procession on a big elephant towards their house, and then they also have a very holy ceremonial bath which is happening there in their house, probably in custom there in those days. And with that, Andal is blessing us, saying with these 10 pasarams of enacting the divine union of the Jivatma with the Paramatma, divine union of Goda Devi with Perumal, is this: all those who have a chance to recite this, all those who listen to this, all those who are reflecting on Andal's Kalyanam, Goda Kalyanam with Perumal, will be blessed with lovely children filled with great gunas, great values. So with that blessing of Andal, we will pray to Andal to be showering us with deep Krishna Bhakti, with deep Krishna Kadal, and uplift our lives from the samsara. Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha. Thank you.